Here's an AFN News update for you. Happy Friday. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Former President Donald Trump has spoken to Jewish donors in an organization gathered to focus on efforts to fight anti-Semitism. He vowed to be, quote, the best friend Jewish Americans have ever had in the White House. He also added, quote, but in all fairness, I already am. During his 4 years in office, Trump approved a series of policy changes long sought by many advocates of Israel, such as moving the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem and recognizing Israel's annexation of the Golan Heights. Friday is the start of early in-person voting for the 2024 U.S. presidential election, kicking off in Virginia, South Dakota, and Minnesota, the home state of Harris's running mate, Governor Tim Walz. The first ballots being cast in person come with just over 6 weeks left before Election Day on November 5th. About a dozen more states are set to follow with early in-person voting by mid-October. A judge in a rural Kentucky county was fatally shot in his courthouse chambers on Thursday, and police said the local sheriff was charged with murder in the killing. The preliminary investigation indicates Letcher County Sheriff Sean Steins shot District Judge Kevin Mullins multiple times following an argument inside the courthouse, this according to Kentucky State Police. Mullins held the judgeship for 15 years. He died at the scene, and Steins surrendered without incident. In a closely watched First Amendment rights case, a former University of Wisconsin campus chancellor, who was fired after making pornographic films with his wife, prepared to argue today for keeping his tenured teaching position, even as he faces removal for unethical behavior. Joe Gao, who you see here, had served as chancellor of UW-La Crosse for nearly 17 years. He hoped to convince a personnel committee of the University of Wisconsin Board of Regents to recommend that he be allowed to keep his tenure and go back to teaching communications classes. Gao has been on paid leave from his faculty position since the Regents fired him as chancellor in 2023, shortly after university leaders became aware of the videos that were posted on pornographic websites. And that's all for this AFN News Update. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. I'm Bronson Woodruff.